Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, Ditto, and Boo, the lucky ferals. It is 9:05 a.m. Good morning, Ditto. How are you? Did you sleep good? Let me show you what I found when I walked into the room this morning. There's a lot of cat hair on this rug because Ditto was sitting on it and grooming himself earlier. And there's a giant hairball. It is so disgusting. But, you know, I've been waiting for it. For the amount of grooming he's been doing, I'm like, there's gonna be a hairball sooner or later. There it is. So I gotta clean it up. Not fun. So this rug is one of those like cocoa core doormats. So I picked up whatever I could with a paper towel, and then I sprayed it with the think it's the Nature's Remedy stain and odor eliminator, but I still wasn't happy with how it was. Like, I did the best I could, so I took it outside and I hit it with the hose. And as far as the hairball, I think I got everything off, so I have it here just like draped over this heavy chair, and hopefully it'll dry out. And then I'll put it back in the room once it's dry. Once the sun hits it, it should dry out a lot faster. But yeah, there's still some cat hair in this rug that, you know, can't easily get out when you hit it with a hose. But I figured it would be the most efficient way to try to get this thing clean. This is the deworming medicine that the vet gave me for Ditto. This is the StrongID solution. It says give after a meal, shake well. There is no way that I am going to be able to like manually insert this into Ditto's mouth like I've done with the other cats. So with the other cats, when they got this medication, I was able to kind of grab them and then you know, put this syringe in their mouth and dispense the liquid in the back of their mouth, and then they just swallowed it. There's no way I'm going to be able to do that with Ditto, so I'm going to put this in the second half of his breakfast, and hopefully he'll eat it. Ditto just came out to eat his food, and he's like, what's going on? Why is that rug gone? He's been using it to scratch. When I was checking the security footage this morning, yeah, I saw that he had scratched on it. He scratched on it quite a few times. Ditto just finished the first half of his breakfast. He got scared when I crouched down to try to film his paws. I wanted to show you how nice and clean they are now. But then he got scared and he went under the day sofa and he didn't come back out to eat. So I moved his plate over here. So when Ditto is outside, not only can I not control everything that he eats, like he's not getting fresh food all the time, I also can't control what he drinks. And he's been known to drink dirty water. There will be like 3 different water bowls outside, and one will be nice and clean, and then one will be not as clean, and then the other one will be completely filthy, and that'll be like the one he drinks out of. So with him being inside, he always has fresh water, and that's not the case when he's outside. Even if he has fresh water when he's outside, it's not the case that he's going to drink it. And it's impossible to keep every water bowl completely fresh when they're outside, unless you're constantly monitoring water bowls like 24/7. Around here with all the wildlife that comes by, yeah, there's no way to keep those bowls clean 100% of the time. So he just ate the first half of his breakfast. Now I'm going to give him the second half of his breakfast with the dewormer in it. I just gave him the second half of his breakfast with the dewormer in it. Let's hope he eats it. I did look it up, and many people do give this medication in food, so it's not unheard of to do that. Also, I have been checking for worms in the litter box and like in the hairball that I cleaned up today, and I have not seen any worms. So when Stella, Splash and Simba came inside, they didn't have any worms, so that was good. And then when Boo came inside, I eventually took him to the vet and found out that he had roundworms, and that's when he was given this same drug, the StrongID parental palmitate, I believe that's the name of it. And then I put all the other cats on it at the same time. I even took it myself. I went to Walgreens. It's called Reese's Pinworm Remedy for humans. You could buy it at Walgreens, and I took it also. But in the past, I've done several parasite cleanses, and I would encourage everyone to do a parasite cleanse. Contrary to what doctors and conventional medicine would like you to believe, most people do have some sort of parasites living in their digestive tract, and I found out that I had several. So if you've ever eaten sushi, if you've ever eaten like a rare hamburger, like rare meat, if you've ever done extensive traveling, or if you've ever lived in an urban environment like myself, I lived in Manhattan, New York City for several years, I would definitely encourage you to do a parasite cleanse. Also, if you've been around animals for a long time, if you have dogs and cats or any other kind of pets, I would definitely encourage you to do parasite cleanse. You can get them at like Vitamin Shop or Whole Foods. You probably could get them on Amazon. I did Dr. Morse's parasite cleanse, and first time I did it, I didn't notice anything. Then the second time I did it, I was like, oh my gosh, this is crazy. So Ditto finished his food, yay. And the way that this medicine works is that it will paralyze the worms that are in him, and he'll be able to pass them. And that would be good, but I don't know if he has any. If he doesn't have any, it's not harmful for him. But I gave it to him today because last night I did not put any herbs or anything in his dinner. And I figured it's been like 24 hours since he's been off like all herbs, all medications, whatever. So it would be a good time to give that to him now. And I'll see how he does today. And then maybe for dinner, I'll put him back on the herbs, or we'll do another full day not on anything. And then we'll start again tomorrow. It's 10:12 a.m. Look at Splash. He's sitting on this ottoman. So this used to be in Boo's room. It was like a little ottoman that was also like a little, I guess like a little coffee table. So I had it in front of the day sofa. And this piece goes inside the larger piece. And inside the larger piece, there's also some storage. Here's Ditto. He was meowing by the windows. And I was like, what do you want, Ditto? He was just staring at me. So I gave him some canned food, a little bit of canned food. With Boo today, I mixed in like a spoon of canned food into his food. Sometimes I do that to tempt him to eat. So I had the can open, so I figured let me give Ditto a little bit. He seems to still be hungry. Let's see if we could brush him a little bit. You okay? I'm doing it very lightly, very gently. Okay. This is just a regular hairbrush from the Dollar Tree. Okay. You smell it. Okay, you smelled it, now you're good. Okay, you had enough? Okay, enough. That was good progress. That was like more than twice as much as yesterday, so. This is what I wanted to show you, his back paw. See the back arm? Look how nice and white it is. When he's outside, it's always full of dirt. You're looking beautiful, Ditto. He's looking so clean. Okay, I'm gonna go eat my breakfast now. Stella, I want to see your eyes. I want to see the color of your eyes. Look at me, please. Look at me so we can look at your pretty eyes. Your pretty eyes, Stella. They're much more green than they used to be. They used to be very gold. Remember? When you were living outside, you first came inside, you had very, very gold eyes. Very gold. And now they're turning green. They're much more green. But you're pretty either way, right, Stella? You're pretty with gold or with green, right? Stella says yes. She's pretty either way. It's gonna be hot today, Stella. It is 2 p.m. And I just gave Ditto a churu. Looks like he's been relaxing here under the day sofa. I think this is a chicken and tuna churu. Would you like to eat it, Ditto? So one thing that I've noticed is that he has been sneezing a lot less. over the past few days than he was before, which I think is a good sign. He also sounds less congested than he was before, which I also think is a good sign. You want to finish it? You could finish it. It is 6:30 p.m. and I just gave Ditto a big plate of food. That's his entire dinner. So it's a scoop of homemade raw food and one of the Stella and Chewy's chicken patties. I mixed some chicken broth in, some homemade chicken broth. Here's Ditto. He's hanging out under the day sofa. The air conditioning is on. I put it on a little while ago because it is super hot today. I was working outside and it was easily like 95 degrees out. So I came inside and I made sure to put the air on because it was getting too hot. This room got up to about 82 degrees. The rest of the house was at around the same. So I already gave Ditto some fresh water. I dug out the litter boxes, and before he was meowing, a little while ago he was meowing, and he wasn't meowing by the windows, he was meowing by the door. So I thought it meant that he's hungry. So that's why I said, let me do all the cat chores and give him some food now. And he keeps winking at me. He can't see me, he can only see the camera. I have the camera on the floor, and I'm kind of crouched above it. So, Ditto, there's some food here for you, okay? All right, it's raw food, so it's not going to smell as good as the canned food. I know you like canned food, that's kind of stinky, but this food's better for you, okay? You're doing really good, Ditto. You're hardly sneezing at all. And, yeah, I think we're making progress, right, Ditto? It's 8 p.m. I just came in the room to see where Ditto was because he hasn't eaten his food. His food's just sitting there. And I looked under the day sofa and I saw this and I was like, where did Ditto go? I'm like, what is going on? So I checked around the room and I'm like, did he disappear? Like, because Boo pulled like a disappearing act in this room when I put him in the carrier that one time to go to the vet, and he literally did a Houdini and got out of it. So I'm like, what is going on? But then I found him. Look where he is. You see Ditto? He's in the round cat bed. So he cuddled up in the round cat bed. I put it over here to get it out of the way. And I guess maybe he's a little chilly because the air conditioning's been on. So I just turned the air conditioning off. And I'm going to give him some food. I'm going to move his food over here. It is 9:35 p.m. and I was just going to come into the recovery room and film Ditto. He's been laying in the round cat bed that I got him, and he was not eating. Right now he's eating his dinner. I don't know if he ate the other canned food that I put out for him. So I gave him the raw food first. There's nothing in it, it's just raw food with some chicken broth. And then I gave him another plate with a little bit of canned food on it because he wasn't eating the raw food. And then I was like looking up side effects for the StrongID that he's on, the dewormer. And one of the side effects is lack of appetite. So because of that, I honestly did not even expect him to be eating right now, but I guess he's getting some appetite back, or It could be that I turned the air conditioning off, and so that's why he came out of the round bed. Maybe he was a little chilly, so he went in the round bed. Because right now I'm like, oh, it's getting hot in here. Maybe I should turn it back on. I might just open the windows instead, and that way he won't have to deal with any air conditioning. Meanwhile, the other cats and I had a bit of a crunchy party. They all had some crunchies. We had some playtime. Look at this cat grass. It just keeps growing and growing, and nobody's eating it. I mean, if they are, they're only eating a little bit of it, but everyone's been really good with it. No one's been like sitting on it or anything. Usually Stella likes to sit on it when it starts going bad anyway. Simba has jumped in it a few times, but other than that, it looks amazing. And here's Splash. Splash was having a good time playing with some toys on this scratchy ramp. Splash got pets. Splash is being a good boy, right, Splash? He's a big boy. He's a very big boy, right, Splash? Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.